Hey there, welcome back. Today we're going to talk about perfectionism. To illustrate how futile perfectionism can be, I have a story for you today. This story dates back to about 8 years ago when I had just gotten married. I was too excited to show Erin what a perfect wife I was going to be. This particular day, I set out to make dinner. I will readily admit that I am not Rachel Ray. So I decided to make tacos. I have to admit, I did have to Google how to brown ground beef. While I Googled how to cook tacos, I didn't ask how much was appropriate for 2 people. So I cooked 3 pounds of taco meat. Here's where I'd like to introduce you to a friend of mine, my wooden spatula. I got it as a wedding present. Unfortunately, when I moved the pan off the burner, guess where I decided to set my new wooden spatula? On the burner. While I was hoping my utensils would look brand new for longer than a week, it's okay. I brushed it off and was on to the next task, changing a light bulb. So I climbed up on one of the bar stools, and as I was switching out the light bulbs, I dropped one of them, which hit the corner of the bar stool and shattered. Almost at that exact moment, Erin walked through the door and was greeted lovingly with, "Don't come in the kitchen!" While my intentions were to show Erin what a perfect wife I was, I had only succeeded in breaking a light bulb, burning one of our new wedding gifts, and giving Erin heartburn. My goal today is to free us from this burden of perfectionism. Because perfect, or the idea of being completely without fault or defect, is actually just an illusion. That outside of heaven, perfect is actually just an exaggerated way of us saying something's really great. The tricky part about perfect is that it's subjective and ever-shifting. I might say, this weather is perfect, and I mean it's perfect for sitting by the pool, not for s'mores and a campfire. Or when I say that my new dress is perfect, it might be perfect for me, but for the other 64 girls that tried it on that thought it was too short, or too long, or too loud, or too boring, it wasn't perfect for them. Perfectionism is also sneaky in that it masquerades as ambition or drive. We laud it as a noble characteristic, but in the end, perfectionism keeps us from doing a lot of things. So while making something perfect or being perfect sounds like a great notion, it's actually just an excuse dressed up in a 3-piece suit. Today I've got 3 ways for you to combat perfectionism. Number 1, recognize there is no grand prize for perfect. That a party hosted with a lived-in look can be just as much fun as in a perfect venue. When the goal is to connect and have fun with people, perfect isn't necessary. Number 2 is recognizing the value of imperfect. Can I be so bold as to say that perfect is boring? In an alternate universe, the story I told you earlier had no burnt utensils or heartburn, but that's much less entertaining and memorable. Embracing life's imperfections and recognizing that that's where the fun and adventure comes in releases the pressure of striving for something that's only going to make life less fun. And number 3, purposefully declare and share your imperfections. I know I'm not perfect. You know you're not perfect. Let's all stop pretending that we're perfect and just have fun. Give yourself permission to be imperfect today, and then do it again tomorrow, and again the next day and the next. You never know what fun stories are going to come from it. My goal would be to bring you a video every Tuesday, so subscribe so you don't miss anything. Thanks again for joining me on this lighthearted but purposeful adventure.